Jonah, what were you able to do so effectively bouncing back today?
Threw a lot more strikes. No, I just think it's from the very first pitch, just having the confidence to just attack hitters and feel like I did a better job of this time around.
When you say just having that confidence, is that something, as you get to this level that you have to almost reinforce internally that, your stuff's going to play and just let it go?
I feel like it's the same thing as if it doesn't really matter where you're pitching. If you have that same belief, you're generally going to be just fine.
Carlos said that it wasn't just bouncing back from the last outing that impressed him, but also those first couple innings. He thought you really settled in after the first couple. What did you feel on the mound made you get better and better as the game went on?
Yeah, I just thought I used my my off speed better. Duran's heck of a job behind there, and just got stronger as the game went on, and I'm just really happy we got the win there.
Jonah, how quickly after the last one do you feel like you were able to sort of mentally push it all the way out of your mind and just focus on this one?
I've had outings like that in the past, and even I remember it kind of reminded me of one of last year when I was in high A, and it just takes a day to let it flush and you go right back to it. And I'm really grateful for the support I have in the clubhouse, and especially the vets, and just hearing their input, and definitely boosted the confidence for sure.
Maybe to that point, just what were the last 6 days like for you preparing? I can imagine you were very eager to get back out there.
Yeah, every day I was just like, all right. But no, just treat it like a normal start. And yeah, there's always anticipation every time you go out. So I'm just got excited.
What are some of the things that the veterans in this club has kind of helped you with over the last few days?
It's really hard to put one word to it, but again, just getting back out there and trying to be the best teammate I possibly can. So.
Did that outfield assist in the first inning give you sort of a boost or anything like that?
Yeah, that was huge. I remember I was running in. I was like, "Oh no, I gotta go cover behind the plate." And I got late. I got there late, and I turned around and I saw the throw. I was like, "Oh!" So definitely was huge.
Jonah, is any part of your mindset that there's also a carrot of potential playoff starts if you finish well here?
I'm going to just be where my feet are, and I'm going to let that stuff take care of itself.
What would you say was the biggest lesson you took from that last outing that you carried with you today?
There's going to be other outings, and I said it last time, the sun's going to rise tomorrow, and just like last game, the process still remains the same, and I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow, review it, and then get right back to my process. So.
Jonah, how good did that fastball feel today?
It felt good. Felt like every other start. So.
Pete, what stood out to you about Jonah bouncing back in the way that he did today?
He was poised the entire day. Looked like from right off the rip since I showed up to the yard, he was pretty locked in today. So, really stoked for him, and those bounce back outings are huge for development. Again, we talk about a kid who's still 22 years old. Obviously he's got sky high potential, and you're seeing him kind of develop into a big league professional right in front of your eyes. So the amount of I know he's really stoked to get back on the mound and make some adjustments. So really stoked for him, and he threw the ball excellent today for us. He was huge for the team, but really happy for him because seeing him succeed and bounce back like that shows a lot of character.
For you personally, now 4 straight games with a home run. Brandon was just talking about how you go on these streaks where you can kind of carry a team. When you get locked in this way, what is different? What are you able to do just so consistently well?
I'm just happy that I'm seeing stuff to hit in the middle of the zone. So I think for me, with that being said, getting those pitches in the heart of the plate, not missing them is big, and I just want to keep continuing to have good quality at bats and stay in every pitch and just capitalize on mistakes.
How well does it bode, I guess, that the top of this order is syncing up the way it is right now as you guys are kind of going through this final push?
You always want to play your best baseball at the end of the year, and if we can continue to do that, then it's not about how you start, it's not about how things happen in the middle, it's about how you finish. So I mean, if we keep continuing to stay within ourselves and do the best we can and execute, then we're going to be in a really good spot.
No, it's great. Obviously, every win gets us closer to the playoffs this time of year, and with the only so many games we have left. So, every win we can get is huge. This is playoff baseball for us, and that's a playoff team. And I thought we did a really good job against them this series.
How impressed were you with Jonah, especially considering his last outing?
Yeah, no, obviously coming back from that last outing, that didn't go the way that he would have hoped, and I think it shows a lot of maturity from him at such a young age to be able to bounce back and double down on what he does well and go and execute it. He did a great job today against a really tough lineup, and I think it proves that he has a very bright future ahead of him. This game, especially up here in the big leagues, is all about adjustments, and he made great adjustments today.
Brandon, what do you think is the potential of this lineup when the top four guys are hitting the way that they did today and in this series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have a very good lineup. We believe in our lineup, and the sky's the limit for us. We've scored 19 runs in a game or whatever, so we can definitely put it on people quick. But I think this offense is very good, and the potential is very high for this offense, and we're clicking.
Brandon, you guys have had a hard time putting together like complete games. Like the past 2 out of 3 and winning the series, that's what you guys did. Starting pitching, relief pitching, offense. Does it feel good this point of the season with what you guys are trying to do that you're starting to stack games like that?
Yeah, I mean that's what it takes to win in the playoffs. I've said since the beginning of the year that it's usually the hottest team at the end of the season that ends up winning the whole thing. And so for us, that's exactly what we have to do in order to make the playoffs and win in the playoffs is put together complete games. It's very hard to out-hit the other side. In playoffs, everybody kind of turns it up a notch. And so we are going to need, the pitching and the defense and everything to be on point in order for us to win games in the playoffs. So we know that our offense is very capable of, scoring a lot of runs quickly. But, you have to put together complete games, like you said, in order to win. So, we're definitely excited about this, but we know that the job's not done.
What do you think has allowed you guys to play more complete games over the last week or so?
Just baseball. It cycles. Sometimes you play very well for a period of time, and sometimes it's harder for a period of time. So we're trying to focus on doing the little things well and just focus on one pitch at a time. Just winning today. But I believe we were doing that even when things were going a little bit rougher. So it's just kind of the way of baseball. But I am very proud of the way the guys played this series. And again, that's a very good team, and we were able to take 2 or 3 from them. So should feel very good about that.
How did you?
Wandy is so tough on lefties. Just what were you looking for in that at bat?
No, you're right. He is. He's very tough on lefties. Great relief pitcher for a long time now. And just trying to get a job done, trying to find the barrel to the ball, and usually the way that you do that is by getting him in the strike zone. So, I was able to do that there and get the job done with 2 strikes, and so just trying to keep things simple and just focus on getting the job done. And sometimes you come through, sometimes you don't, but you miss all the shots that you don't take. So. Just trying to go up there with a good plan, and we were able to execute and, do something big there, get even more done than what I was up there, hoping for.
I feel that first inning assist was a big help to Jonah. Make sure he had a good first inning.
No doubt. Obviously, even yesterday, I felt like when Juan, was able to throw a rise out at second base and the run didn't score, it obviously changed the game. Same there in the first inning, able to get Manny at second, and kind of be able to put the pressure back on them and not make it so easy with second and third there. I think it definitely does change momentum in a game, and so obviously glad I could be a part of that, and Francisco and Jeff, executing the play, very, very glad that we could help out there.
Brandon, what do you think about the role that Pete's been on right now?
Oh man, I mean, we all know he's capable of it, right? He goes on these streaks where he just mashes the ball, and then people won't pitch to him anymore, and and then it goes through a streak where, he maybe stays quiet, but it's not because he's not doing it; it's because they won't pitch to him, and then they're like, okay, we'll try it out again, and he just mashes balls again, So, it's fun to be Polar Pete and be able to hit the ball, 500 feet and 115 miles an hour. So he finds the barrel, good things are going to happen, and he's been doing that a lot lately, and we're just glad he's on our side.